You're watching CS 105.1, where I talk about sports and movies with good vibes. And we're going to need some good vibes, because the Nuggets take a loss. Let's get it. Hey everyone, let's talk sound quality. Imagine having pro-level audio that's easy to set up, flexible, and sounds incredible. That's the Røde Pod Mic USB. It's got both USB and XLR connections, so whether you're recording solo at home or in a full studio setup, you're covered. And get this, the built-in DSP effects let you adjust the sound with zero lag. You get that deep, smooth broadcast tone right out of the box. It's versatile, powerful, and basically makes your voice sound like pure gold. How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler, here for another take from Nuggets basketball. Gotta be honest, I had to take some time before I jumped on here because I just had been really frustrated with this loss. The Nuggets lose to a undermanned, one of the worst teams in the league, New Orleans Pelicans. Down no Jokić, no Aaron Gordon, and no Coach Malone. I think that one was the big thing. They had no real leadership tonight. Coach Edelman hasn't really proved that he can really lead the Nuggets to big victories. Tonight was, regardless of the status of the teams and everything, it was still a big night. It was our first in-season tournament game. There are going to be 4, and hopefully we're going to be able to go past 4, but there's mainly 4 for each team in regular season. And so this was our first one. And we lost the first game of the in-season tournament already to a horrible team of the New Orleans Pelicans. Brandon Ingram went off tonight, and he definitely had some amazing buckets. Couldn't be stopped. Boston couldn't be stopped. They both kept on draining threes over us. We kept on shooting bricks. It was very frustrating. And I think the biggest frustration out of everything is just how reliant the Nuggets are on Jokić. And it also just proves once again just how much of a valuable player Jokić is. When he is not even on the court, not even in the building, you can already tell that the Nuggets don't know what to do. They're lost. And then you would also discount with no Coach Malone there. And so, everything about Jokić just radiates most valuable player because it really shows. We really need some player to step up and help him on these nights, and it should be Jamal Murray. He's the second person on there, and right now he's not doing great. But where he's not doing great with sinking buckets, he was giving us good defense minutes. He was assisting. But then there's also the fact that when he assists, he could have probably gotten more assists. He probably could have gotten into double digits with assists if the Nuggets had just made their shots. And that was a big story tonight, is just the Nuggets were not making their shots. And I'll get into the stats and everything. Michael Porter Jr. definitely had a decent night. P. Watt had a decent night. Christian Braun had a decent night. And Dario Saric played tonight, and he even had a decent night compared to what his nights are usually like. We haven't seen Dario Saric since the beginning of the season. Like the first, I think he was taken out after the Timberwolves, the loss to the Timberwolves. He only played 4 minutes in that game. This is the first time that he actually played more than 5 minutes this season in a game. And so he actually stepped up, and he was a plus 12. Like, that's crazy that he was the only Nugget that was in double digits in the plus-minus section. Michael Porter Jr. was a +1. Jamal Murray was 0. He was just even. And then everyone else, for the most part, were in the negatives. The starters tonight were Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., P. Watt, Christian Braun, and Dario Saric, which I kind of already figured he was going to be the starting center. Kind of wished it would have been DeAndre Jordan, and we didn't see DeAndre Jordan at all tonight, and I think that was definitely a a missed opportunity. I think he could have definitely have helped us, especially against this team. Because the big other thing too is that throughout the entire game, they just kept on boxing us out, and then we didn't box out them, and they crushed the glass and got the rebounds, and so we were out rebound very hard in this game. Malone was out because he had to be there for his daughter, which, props to him. Definitely better to win Dad of the Year than Coach of the Year. And definitely means something. But he was there for his daughter's state volleyball game. Jokić was out for personal reasons. We don't really know what that is, but we have been told that his family and him are fine. So who knows exactly what the personal reasons are for. But then, of course, Aaron Gordon's still working on trying to make a comeback, slow and steady, but he is getting better. So he'll be there soon, hopefully. But yeah, so the Nuggets lost again to the Pelicans, 101-94. We didn't even make 100 against one of the worst teams. We didn't even cross the 100 mark. They held us to under 100. Like, everything about that is just so frustrating. Hey everyone, if you're looking for a game-changing webcam that keeps up with every move, you've got to check out the Insta360 link. It's a 4K AI-powered webcam that auto-tracks so you're always in frame, even if you're moving around. Perfect for live streams, meetings, content creating, also podcasts. It adjusts to light, zooms in and out, and follows you naturally. This is hands-free, hassle-free, studio-quality production for anyone who wants professional visuals right from the desk. Insta360 Link is a total game changer. So let's get into the game here. The Nuggets won the tip-off. They controlled it, and immediately they looked good because Jamal sank some threes. They got up to a +7 lead against the Pelicans. The Pelicans were looking sloppy like they normally do, and then if the total narrative flipped, and the Nuggets got sloppy. We gave up a bunch of good looks and easy points, and allowed Ingram to cook. Pelicans then quickly built up a 10-point lead in the first period and ended with a 10-point lead as they won the first quarter 32-22. Pelicans start off the second quarter, but then we're able to get the rebound, and then immediately we give up the possession with a turnover with a bad pass. And then surprisingly, throughout all of this, Dario Saric is the one glue to the Nuggets defense. You wouldn't have expected that to come from this night, that he was the one of the shining parts of tonight, which is nice. It was a good opportunity for him to really show his skills, and I think it was a great opportunity for him to find and build his rhythm with the rest of the team, and hopefully this will help him grow, and we'll see Jokić being able to rely on a backup five finally. Hopefully that's the big takeaway from this. So Sarge is able to help out. At this point, he's a +11 in the second quarter. The Nuggets were able to catch up, but then they choke and start shooting bricks. As soon as they're able to catch up, then they choke and they shoot bricks again. Sarge seems to, again, be the glue to all of this. The Pelicans go up when Sarge is not on the floor. They keep heating up from behind the arc. Nuggets win, though, the second quarter, 32-27. But the Pelicans are still in the lead going into the half at 59-54. Then we get into the second half. Nuggets start off the second half even worse. Pels build a lead up to 8. And then the Nuggets start to fall apart without Jokić and Malone. Again, like, there was just no leadership there. You would think that Russell Westbrook would cover that ground, but it just wasn't. He was kind of not really on his best game tonight. It seemed like a lot of them were kind of frustrated today. Murray keeps shooting bricks. Finally, Dario Saric was able to sink a 3. He tried multiple times, and finally he was able to sink a 3. Then the Nuggets weren't getting offensive rebounds. Like I said, like this has just been one of the pain points of the entire season so far, is of them not getting rebounds. They're not disciplined enough right now for that. And it's definitely showing. It's one of the key reasons why we keep on getting down to clutch games. Like, you could easily flip all of these games that we've won, and the other team win, and we be down one of the worst teams in the league. Like, we're just looking out because of the fact that we have the best player in the world right now. The Nuggets get the lead down to 1. But then the Pelicans are able to box out the Nugs and build the lead back up to 5. They were much more aggressive than us. They kept on crashing the glass and taking advantage of the Nuggets not boxing out, like I said before, and they looked hungry. And this is what I'm telling you about, is like, the hungrier team is most likely going to be the team that gets out on top. You have to constantly be focused. Even if you're winning, you got to act like you're losing and make sure that you seal the deal. Even if you're up by like 20, don't slack off. Keep on fighting. And until the game is done. And that's to the Pelicans' credit tonight. That's what they did. The Nuggets were able to take the third quarter, shooting them out 19-18. And then the fourth quarter starts, and Nuggets obviously start off the ball, and they try shooting and they miss. And then they're able to get the second chance point, or the rebound, but then they miss again. So they missed 2 chances to get points. Pels immediately get the ball then, and they bank in a shot. And this was kind of the pattern then set the tone for the fourth quarter. Nuggets kept on having chances to gain the lead back, but then failed. Pelicans ended up winning the fourth quarter 23-22, and the Nuggets lost again 101-94. So not a great game. Not a great game at all for the Nuggets. Very frustrating. And the biggest takeaway is just the fact that we need someone to step up. We cannot rely on Jokić the entire season. This is just not sustainable, and tonight showed it. But then more than that, I mean, you could probably have Jokić out as long as you had Coach Malone. But if you have no Coach Malone and no Jokić, you're already setting up a recipe for disaster, because there's just zero leadership on that team. You got some leadership within Russell Westbrook, but he hasn't really shown to be the only leadership, right? Because a lot of the games that he has been in, Jokić has been in, and Jokić has been able to really kind of coach a lot of like the starters and everything, and they've kind of been like a 2-man coaching team between Westbrook and Jokić, and then you also got Malone. So you got these three themselves are huge within leadership, and when you take out 2 of them, then just one of them is just not enough to pull the team together, and we fell apart completely. Stat-wise, we got Michael Porter Jr. with 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and he was 10 for 18 in field goals, 4 for 7 in 3 points. And then he had 0 turnovers, which was amazing. That's, I guess, one big takeaway tonight, is that our turnovers were minimal. We only had 7 turnovers, which is phenomenal. That is really good. I love seeing single-digit turnovers for us. But then we got 3 personal fouls. Michael Porter Jr. got 3 personal fouls. P. Watt had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. He was 6 for 12 in field goals, 1 for 5 in 3 points, 5 for 6 in free throws. He also had 0 turnovers and 1 personal foul. Dario Saric had 9 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. He was 4 for 9 in field goals, 1 for 5 in 3 points, 4 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls. Jamal Murray had 16 points, which is unacceptable for Jamal. Jamal is a type of guy that should be averaging 28 points a game, and he's not. And he had 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. He was 6 for 16 in field goals, 2 for 8 in 3 points, and 2 for 2 in free throws. 0 turnovers, which is also good, and 1 personal foul. Then you have CB, Christian Brown, at 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, 7 for 12 in field goals, 0 for 2 in 3 points, 1 for 1 in free throws, 1 turnover, and 3 personal fouls. And then I'll just do a Westbrook here. He was 5 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 for 8 in free throws, 1 for 3 in 3-pointers. He had 1 turnover and 3 personal fouls. If you've ever seen Along Came Polly, Philip Seymour Hoffman's character in that was Westbrook tonight. Rain dance, white chocolate, like that was him, and just like missing every single shot. But his defense, as it normally is it was really good. So overall, the Nuggets had 38 rebounds to the Pelicans 56. Like, that's just unacceptable. You can already tell right there that they just weren't carrying enough. Assists, we had 26 to their 21, so we did have more. We did share the ball around more. We had 10 steals to their 4. We had 1 block to their 5. We had 7 turnovers to their 14, and then we had 16 fouls to their 13. I mean, right there, just the overall stats of the team should show you that we were the team that should have won, but we just didn't care enough. I mean, on any given day, Jamal Murray should be one of the best players in the league. Same thing with Michael Porter Jr. And CB and P-Watt, they are showing that they are putting in the work and the time to get better, and they are definitely, helping out. But right now, they're not at the position to be a leading teammate. They are teammates that will help the all-star teammate get better. And so that's kind of why we need MPJ and Jamal Murray to step up, because right now, without Aaron Gordon, who's usually our other big guy that can, ling around the paint area and get the lobs, and he's been working on his game on draining threes and everything. He's been much better this season, but he's out. And then you take out Jokić, and it's just like the entire Jenga castle that is the Nuggets just kind of crumbles. And we need we need Jamal back. We need the 2023 version of Jamal Murray, or the bubble version, if you will, the guy who put up 50 points. And something is definitely off for him, and hopefully he gets it back. The big takeaways are those things that CB is staying consistent. He is a reliable starter that you can put out there for good minutes and not be completely regretful of giving him time out there. P-Watt has shown significant growth from missing the training camp in the preseason. He was not so great in the first couple of games this season, but he has been put out there, and he's been getting more warmed up and everything because of that now. And he's just been a ray of sunshine in this darkness that is the frustration of no yoke minutes. So, and then Michael Porter Jr., I think that a lot of us expected him to have a more breakout season, and he really hasn't had much of a breakout season. I will say he has had a better season, but he needs to step up even more so. Like, be averaging 28 points a game, and then Murray needs to be the 28 points as well, if not maybe 30. Like, Jamal Murray should be our Jalen Brunson, essentially. Like, he needs to show up, distribute the ball better, lead the team better, and then our bench needs to step up. Jalen Strawther has not had a phenomenal game this season yet. He had phenomenal games when they didn't matter in the summer league, in the preseason. He was, averaging 30 points a game, 30 points from a second year. And so, this is where, this is his time to show that he can be a starter. And right now he's not doing it. He's not even holding the bench together. And so, and then also Zeke was out there, and Zeke was horrible. He was horrible, and it wasn't good. So as a cinematographer, photographer, and now a podcaster, I do believe lighting is everything. And if you're serious about creating dynamic content, you need to check out Nanlite. They're all about precision and control. Whether it's soft, natural lighting or vibrant colors, Nanlite gives you full flexibility to set the mood for any scene. From compact LEDs to powerful softboxes, Nanlite has light solutions that fit every setup. It's ideal for photographers, like myself, videographers, like myself, and creators who want to pro-grade quality right out on their fingertips. With Nanlite, you're lighting like a pro every time. But another great takeaway is that from tonight, I would say the best takeaway from tonight is that the Knicks won. So if the Nuggets aren't going to, hold out for me, then at least I still have my Knicks to give me some kind of satisfaction from tonight. So awesome that they got the win against Brooklyn tonight. So go Knicks, orange and blue skies, baby. I think more than having these non-Jokić minutes, I think another issue is our coaching staff. I mean, we've now gone through several players who have left the team and have gotten better for leaving the team, with Isaiah Hartenstein and then now Jay Huff. Jay Huff is crushing it on the Memphis Grizzlies, who we're going to be facing come Sunday. So, there's got to be something there as well, that just the team is not set up well enough to have a successful bench. Whoever is helping out with coaching the bench, they're not doing their jobs right, because we just, or maybe it's also Calvin Booth, for having picked these guys, and maybe he thought that they would be better than they are right now. But it was a very frustrated night tonight, and just I hope that the Nuggets are able to bounce back and win on Sunday, and then win on Tuesday against the Grizzlies in our second in-season tournament game. Hopefully, hopefully we only lose one in-season tournament game, and that was tonight. Hopefully, and we can go uphill from here. But I think the biggest challenge is going to be the Warriors. The Warriors are looking very scary, and a lot of people are putting a lot of steam and everything behind the OKC. I still think they're a young team. I still think that they have a lot to get used to, mostly over their egos. Their egos are so freaking high right now, and whereas the Warriors have been to the top many times, and everyone discounted them after last season, after losing the play-in, and we just thought they were going to go into a rebuilding period, and now here they are, one of the top teams in the league. They're even ahead of the Celtics in the overall league stats, or in the league standings. So, the Warriors to me seem like one of the scariest teams. But then the scariest team, obviously, now is the Cavaliers, Cleveland. Like, they won again tonight, and they're now 14-0. Like, they are looking very hungry. The only thing is, when you go that long without losing, it's like, when is the other shoe going to hit, essentially? Are you burning out everyone trying to keep that one seed and to keep that momentum? And then when you go into playoffs, because playoffs is going to be a whole different scenario for them. So we'll see, and only time can tell. We're still very early on in the season. So, but awesome that the Knicks got a win, and we'll see what happens on Sunday. Hopefully Nuggets learn from their lesson and someone shows up and helps them out. Hopefully Jokić is back on the floor for us because we need him. And he needs to keep on proving why he deserves that 4th MVP. Well, that's all I got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like and subscribe and share it out to your friends and family. I really appreciate everyone who is subscribed and who is involved in the engagement and the videos and everything. Really trying to build this here, and I need everyone's help to help me do that, so I appreciate everyone. But you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about sports and movies with good vibes. We'll catch you on Sunday.